Today I want to talk to you about something simple, delicious, and transformative, something that could help you build muscle, support joint comfort, and improve your overall health as you age. We hear a lot about supplements and fancy foods that promise big benefits, but what if the #1 food you need is something affordable, easy to find, and something you could eat every single day? That food is yogurt. Now before you think, oh, I already know yogurt, let me stop you. Not all yogurts are created equal, and the right kind can literally help seniors boost muscle strength and calm inflammation that contributes to arthritis pain. As we get older, one of the biggest changes happening inside the body is something most people never see until it starts affecting their daily life: muscle loss. This process is called sarcopenia, and it begins much earlier than most people realize. By the time we reach our 40s and 50s, we are already losing small amounts of muscle each year. After 60, that loss can accelerate rapidly if nothing is done. And here's the truth: many seniors are never told. Muscle loss is not just about looking thinner or weaker. It affects balance, mobility, metabolism, joint stability, blood sugar control, and even how long you can live independently. Now, a lot of people believe this is just normal aging and that nothing can be done. That mindset is one of the biggest mistakes seniors make. Yes, aging is inevitable, but rapid muscle loss is not. One of the most powerful tools we have to slow this process, and in many cases partially reverse it, is protein. Not just any protein, but high quality, easily absorbed protein that the body can actually use. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein. This is known as anabolic resistance. In simple terms, it means that seniors need more protein than younger adults just to get the same muscle building response. Eating small amounts of protein here and there is often not enough. The muscles need a strong signal, and that signal comes from a sufficient dose of essential amino acids, especially leucine, which plays a key role in turning on muscle protein synthesis. When muscle protein synthesis is activated, the body begins repairing, maintaining, and rebuilding muscle tissue. Without enough protein, this process slows down dramatically. The body then begins breaking down muscle faster than it can rebuild it. Over time, this leads to weaker legs, weaker arms, poor posture, slower walking speed, and increased risk of falls. And falls, as many seniors know, can change everything in an instant. Protein doesn't just help muscles move, it helps muscles protect joints. Strong muscles act like natural shock absorbers around the knees, hips, shoulders, and spine. When muscles weaken, more stress is placed directly on the joints. This can worsen arthritis symptoms, increase stiffness, and make everyday movements more painful. So when we talk about muscle loss, we're also talking about joint health, pain levels, and quality of life. Another overlooked benefit of adequate protein intake is its effect on metabolism. Muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue, even at rest. As muscle mass declines, metabolism slows, making it easier to gain fat and harder to maintain a healthy weight. This can lead to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and increased inflammation, all of which further accelerate muscle breakdown. It becomes a vicious cycle unless it's interrupted. Now here's the encouraging part. Research consistently shows that seniors who consume enough high-quality protein can slow muscle loss significantly and in many cases regain strength. This doesn't require extreme diets or excessive calories. It requires consistency and smart choices. The body doesn't care about trends. It responds to nutrients. Timing also matters. Spreading protein intake throughout the day is far more effective than eating most of it at one meal. Many seniors eat very little protein at breakfast, a moderate amount at lunch, and most of it at dinner. This pattern is not ideal for muscle preservation. Muscles need repeated stimulation throughout the day, including protein in the morning, midday, and evening sends a continuous signal to maintain strength. Another critical factor is digestion. As we age, stomach acid and digestive enzyme production often decrease. This makes it harder to break down heavy or highly processed protein sources. If protein isn't digested properly, it can't be absorbed efficiently, and unabsorbed protein does nothing for muscle. That's why easily digestible protein sources are especially important for seniors. Protein also plays a role in recovery. Everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, gardening, or light exercise cause small amounts of muscle damage, which is normal and healthy. Protein provides the raw materials needed to repair that tissue stronger than before. Without enough protein, recovery slows, soreness lasts longer, and motivation to stay active decreases. And let's not forget the immune system. Protein is essential for producing antibodies, enzymes, and immune cells. Seniors with low protein intake often experience slower healing, frequent illness, and reduced resilience. Strong muscles and a strong immune system go hand in hand. One of the biggest myths is that increasing protein will automatically strain the kidneys. For healthy seniors without advanced kidney disease, moderate increases in protein from whole food sources are generally safe and beneficial. In fact, inadequate protein intake poses a far greater risk than adequate intake for most older adults. The goal is not bodybuilding. The goal is independence. The ability to stand up from a chair without struggle, to carry groceries, to walk confidently without fear of falling, to protect the joints, support the bones, and maintain energy throughout the day. Muscle loss is not a sudden event. It's a slow process that happens quietly, but so is muscle preservation. Small daily choices repeated consistently can make a profound difference over time. When seniors prioritize high-quality protein, they're not just feeding muscles, they're investing in strength, stability, and longevity. When it comes to choosing the right protein source for seniors, this is where many people unknowingly go wrong. They hear the word protein and immediately think of large portions of meat, protein powders, or expensive supplements. While those can work for some people, they are not always ideal for aging bodies. Digestion changes with age, appetite often decreases, and the body becomes more sensitive to sugar, additives, and highly processed foods. This is exactly why Greek yogurt stands out as one of the best protein sources for seniors. Not just good, but exceptional. Greek yogurt is different from regular yogurt because of how it's made. During the straining process, excess liquid whey is removed. What's left is a thicker, creamier yogurt that is far more concentrated in nutrients. This simple process dramatically increases the protein content. While regular yogurt may provide 5 to 7 grams of protein per serving, Greek yogurt often delivers 15 to 20 grams, sometimes even more. For seniors who need higher quality protein but may struggle to eat large meals, this concentration is incredibly valuable. Protein quality matters just as much as protein quantity. Greek yogurt contains complete protein, meaning it provides all 9 essential amino acids the body cannot make on its own. These amino acids are the building blocks of muscle tissue. Without all of them present, the muscle building process becomes inefficient. Greek yogurt provides these amino acids in a form that is easy for the body to absorb and use, which is especially important as digestive efficiency declines with age. One amino acid in particular deserves attention: leucine. Leucine plays a key role in activating muscle protein synthesis, the signal that tells your muscles to repair and rebuild. Greek yogurt naturally contains a meaningful amount of leucine, making it particularly effective for seniors trying to preserve muscle strength. This is one reason Greek yogurt often outperforms plant-based or low-protein dairy products when it comes to muscle maintenance. Another major advantage of Greek yogurt is digestibility. Compared to many protein sources, Greek yogurt is gentle on the stomach. The fermentation process partially breaks down proteins and lactose, making it easier to digest. For seniors who experience bloating, discomfort, or sensitivity after eating heavy meals, Greek yogurt is often well tolerated. This means the protein you consume is more likely to be absorbed and used, not wasted. Sugar is another critical factor. Many yogurts on the market are loaded with added sugars, which can spike blood sugar levels and increase inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the driving forces behind muscle breakdown and joint pain. Plain Greek yogurt, when chosen wisely, is naturally low in sugar. This makes it a far better option for seniors concerned about diabetes, arthritis, or weight gain. You control the sweetness by adding your own fruit or a small amount of honey instead of relying on processed sugar. Greek yogurt also contains calcium and phosphorus, two minerals essential for bone health. Strong muscles need strong bones to attach to. When bones weaken, the risk of fractures increases, especially during falls. By supporting bone density alongside muscle mass, Greek yogurt provides a dual benefit that is especially important after age 60. In addition, Greek yogurt is rich in probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, reduces systemic inflammation, and supports immune function. When the gut is inflamed or imbalanced, protein absorption can suffer. Probiotics help create an internal environment where nutrients like protein can be properly utilized. This connection between gut health and muscle health is often overlooked, but it's extremely important. Convenience is another reason Greek yogurt works so well for seniors. It requires no cooking, no preparation, and no complicated instructions. You can eat it straight from the container, blend it into a smoothie, or pair it with simple whole foods. This makes it easier to stay consistent, and consistency is what produces results. A protein source that is perfect on paper but rarely eaten does nothing for the body. Greek yogurt fits easily into daily life. Appetite tends to decrease with age, yet protein needs increase. This creates a challenge. Greek yogurt helps bridge that gap because it is nutrient dense without being overly filling or heavy. A small serving delivers a powerful nutritional punch. This is especially helpful for seniors who eat smaller portions or feel full quickly. Another overlooked benefit is how Greek yogurt supports recovery after activity. Whether it's walking, stretching, resistance exercises, or daily chores, muscles experience microstress that requires repair. Consuming Greek yogurt after activity provides the body with immediate access to amino acids needed for recovery. Over time, this helps maintain strength and reduces soreness, making it easier to stay active. Greek yogurt is also incredibly versatile. It can be eaten in the morning, between meals, or in the evening. It pairs well with berries for antioxidants, nuts for healthy fats, seeds for fiber, and spices like cinnamon for additional anti-inflammatory benefits. This flexibility allows seniors to tailor it to their taste preferences while still receiving the same core benefits. Perhaps most importantly, Greek yogurt is a whole food. It's not a supplement, not a powder, and not a synthetic product. The body recognizes it, processes it efficiently, and responds positively. For seniors, this matters. Whole foods tend to produce fewer side effects and provide additional nutrients that isolated supplements simply cannot replicate. Greek yogurt is not a magic cure, but it is a powerful tool. When used consistently, it supports muscle strength, digestion, bone health, and metabolic stability. It meets seniors where they are, providing high-quality protein in a form that is easy to digest, easy to enjoy, and easy to sustain long-term. One of the most misunderstood connections in the human body is the link between the gut and the joints. Most people think arthritis begins and ends in the joints themselves, the knees, hips, hands, or spine. But in reality, much of the inflammation that fuels joint pain begins somewhere else entirely. It often starts in the gut. As we age, the gut lining becomes more vulnerable, the balance of bacteria shifts, and the immune system becomes more reactive. This creates a low-grade chronic inflammatory state that can quietly aggravate joints day after day. Inside the digestive system live trillions of microorganisms collectively known as the gut microbiome. These bacteria help digest food, regulate the immune system, and produce compounds that influence inflammation throughout the entire body. When this ecosystem is healthy and balanced, it sends calming signals to the immune system. When it becomes imbalanced, the immune system can become overactive, releasing inflammatory chemicals that travel through the bloodstream and settle in vulnerable areas, especially the joints. As we get older, several factors disrupt gut balance: reduced stomach acid, slower digestion, medications such as antibiotics or anti-inflammatory drugs, stress, poor diet, and lack of fiber all contribute. Over time, this can lead to what's commonly referred to as increased intestinal permeability, sometimes called leaky gut. When this happens, tiny particles that normally stay inside the digestive tract can pass into the bloodstream. The immune system sees these particles as threats and responds with inflammation. This response doesn't stay localized, it spreads. For someone with arthritis, this is a major issue. Inflammation is the driving force behind stiffness, swelling, reduced range of motion, and pain. When inflammatory signals are constantly circulating, joints remain irritated even without injury or overuse. This is why some people wake up stiff, sore, and achy even after a full night's rest. The inflammation never truly shuts off. Here's where gut health becomes a powerful lever. Supporting the gut helps regulate immune activity and calm unnecessary inflammation. One of the most effective ways to do this is by nourishing beneficial gut bacteria, and that's where probiotic-rich foods come into play. Probiotics are live microorganisms that help restore balance in the gut. They compete with harmful bacteria, strengthen the gut lining, and help regulate immune responses. When the gut microbiome is healthier, the immune system becomes more tolerant and less reactive. This leads to lower levels of inflammatory chemicals circulating throughout the body, which can ease joint discomfort over time. Greek yogurt is one of the most accessible and effective probiotic foods available, especially for seniors. During fermentation, beneficial bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium develop. These strains have been studied for their role in reducing systemic inflammation and improving digestive health. When consumed regularly, they help shift the gut environment toward balance and resilience. But probiotics don't work in isolation. The food matrix they come in matters. Greek yogurt provides protein, minerals, and beneficial fats that support the gut lining itself. A stronger gut lining means fewer inflammatory triggers entering the bloodstream. This creates a protective barrier that keeps the immune system from overreacting. There is also a strong connection between gut health and nutrient absorption. Inflammation in the gut can interfere with the absorption of key nutrients like magnesium, vitamin D, calcium, and amino acids, all of which play important roles in joint and muscle health. When absorption improves, the body has better access to the building blocks it needs to repair tissue and regulate inflammation. Another overlooked aspect is how gut health affects pain perception. The gut communicates directly with the brain through what's known as the gut-brain axis. This communication influences mood, stress levels, and pain sensitivity. Chronic gut inflammation can heighten pain perception, making joint discomfort feel more intense. Supporting gut health helps calm this signaling pathway, which may reduce how strongly pain is felt. Many seniors rely heavily on pain medications to manage arthritis symptoms. While these medications can be helpful in the short-term, long-term use, can further irritate the gut lining and worsen gut imbalance. This can create a cycle where gut damage increases inflammation, leading to more pain, which leads to more medication. Breaking this cycle requires addressing the root, not just the symptom. Diet plays a central role in this process. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, and refined carbohydrates feed harmful bacteria and promote inflammation. On the other hand, whole foods that support beneficial bacteria help restore balance. Greek yogurt, when unsweetened and consumed regularly, provides probiotics without fueling inflammatory pathways. Consistency is key. Gut bacteria respond to what you feed them daily. One serving of probiotic-rich food won't transform the gut overnight, but repeated daily intake can gradually shift the microbiome toward a healthier state. Over time, this can lead to noticeable changes in digestion, energy, and joint comfort. It's also important to understand that inflammation doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades as the immune system becomes better regulated. Seniors who support gut health often report gradual improvements, less morning stiffness, improved mobility, and reduced swelling. These changes may be subtle at first, but they add up. Another benefit of improved gut health is better weight management. Excess body weight places additional stress on joints, especially the knees and hips. A healthier gut helps regulate appetite, blood sugar, and metabolism, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. Less mechanical stress on the joints means less pain and slower progression of arthritis. Good health also influences sleep quality. Poor sleep increases inflammatory markers in the body, worsening joint pain. Probiotic-rich foods have been shown to support better sleep by improving gut-brain signaling. Better sleep allows the body to repair tissue more effectively, further supporting joint health. The key message here is that arthritis is not just a joint problem, it's a whole body issue. By supporting the gut, you influence inflammation at its source. You create an internal environment that favors healing rather than irritation. Greek yogurt is not a cure for arthritis, but it is a powerful daily tool. It supports gut balance, immune regulation, nutrient absorption, and inflammation control, all of which play a role in joint comfort. When seniors understand this connection and act on it consistently, they often find that their joints feel more supported from the inside out. One of the biggest challenges in health today is not a lack of information, it's inconsistency. People are constantly searching for the next supplement, the next powder, the next pill that promises fast results. This approach is especially common among seniors because the fear of losing strength, mobility, and independence is very real. But the truth is, the body does not thrive on shortcuts. It responds to what you do repeatedly, day after day. This is why consistency always outperforms supplements when it comes to long-term health. Supplements can have a place, but they are not a foundation. Many are poorly absorbed, inconsistently regulated, and often taken irregularly. Some seniors take them for a few weeks, forget about them, then start again months later. The body cannot adapt or improve under those conditions. Real change happens when the body receives steady nourishment it recognizes and can use efficiently. Whole foods provide that consistency. They come packaged with supportive nutrients that work together. Protein with minerals, probiotics with enzymes, fats with fat-soluble vitamins. This synergy is something supplements cannot replicate. When seniors rely on whole foods, the body responds more predictably and more safely. Greek yogurt is a perfect example of this principle. It is not exotic, it is not expensive, and it does not promise overnight miracles. What it does offer is reliability. When eaten regularly, it delivers protein, probiotics, calcium, and other nutrients in forms the body can easily absorb. Over time, these small daily inputs create meaningful changes in muscle strength, joint comfort, digestion, and energy. One of the reasons consistency matters so much for seniors is that aging slows adaptation. Younger bodies can bounce back quickly from poor habits. Older bodies need repetition. They need steady signals that say, we're supporting you, we're rebuilding, we're maintaining. Inconsistent nutrition sends mixed signals. Consistent nutrition sends a clear message. Daily habits also influence hormonal responses. Protein intake affects hormones involved in muscle maintenance and appetite control. Probiotics influence stress hormones and immune signaling. When these inputs are regular, the body finds balance. When they are sporadic, the body remains in a reactive state. Another reason supplements often fail is that they isolate nutrients. Protein powders lack probiotics. Calcium pills lack the protein that helps muscles support bones. Anti-inflammatory supplements don't address gut imbalance. Whole foods naturally address multiple systems at once. This is especially important for seniors because health challenges rarely exist in isolation. Muscle loss, joint pain, digestive issues, and fatigue are often connected. Consistency also builds routine, and routine builds compliance. A daily food habit is easier to maintain than a complex supplement schedule. When something is simple, it gets done. When it's complicated, it gets skipped. Greek yogurt fits easily into daily life, breakfast, snack, or evening meal. No measuring, no mixing, no guesswork. Over time, consistent whole food intake creates measurable changes. Muscles respond by maintaining size and strength. Joints benefit from reduced inflammation and improved support. Digestion becomes more efficient. Energy levels stabilize. These changes don't happen in a week, but they do happen when habits are maintained. Another overlooked advantage of consistency is safety. Taking multiple supplements increases the risk of interactions, especially for seniors on medications. Whole foods rarely pose this risk. They nourish rather than interfere. This makes them a safer long-term strategy. Consistency also supports mental health. When seniors feel stronger, steadier, and more capable, confidence improves. Confidence leads to movement. Movement leads to further strength. This positive cycle begins with simple, repeatable actions, not drastic interventions. It's also important to address expectations. Many people give up too soon because they expect dramatic results quickly, but health is cumulative. Just like muscle loss happens gradually, muscle preservation happens gradually. The goal is not to feel different tomorrow, it's to function better next year. Seniors who adopt consistent nutritional habits often report subtle improvements first. Easier movement, better balance, less stiffness in the morning. Over time, these improvements compound. What once felt difficult becomes manageable. What once felt impossible becomes routine. This is where consistency truly shines. It works quietly, steadily, and reliably. It doesn't rely on motivation alone, it relies on habit. And habits are far more powerful than motivation. Whole foods also adapt with you. As appetite changes, portions can be adjusted. As activity levels change, intake can be modified. Supplements are static. Whole foods are flexible. Greek yogurt, when paired with natural additions like berries, nuts, seeds, or spices, becomes a customizable tool. Seniors can adjust it to their taste, digestion, and nutritional needs without losing its core benefits. This flexibility makes it sustainable. Sustainability is the ultimate goal. Any health strategy that cannot be maintained is not effective. Consistency turns small choices into long-term outcomes. It transforms nutrition from a temporary effort into a lifestyle. The body is incredibly responsive when it receives the right support consistently. It doesn't need extremes, it needs reliability. When seniors shift their focus from quick fixes to daily nourishment, everything changes. Strength improves not because of one powerful action, but because of many small repeated ones. Joint comfort improves not because of one supplement, but because inflammation is steadily reduced over time. Energy improves not because of stimulants, but because the body is better nourished. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is powerful. It is the difference between chasing health and building it.